Now we're rolling. Damage Plan MMA podcast. I'm Jason. As always, my co-host, the voice of MMA in Utah, Mr. Zack Partridge. What up? What up? Not super excited about this Spider Spotlight today. You know how excited I get when I have Marine Corps veterans on the podcast.
All you Marines.
So welcoming Mr. Ezekiel Latu to the podcast, USMC veteran. What's up, Devil Dog?
What's up, Devil Dog? What's up, guys? Thanks
Glad
for having
to have
me
you on the podcast to talk about your upcoming fight.
Yeah.
September 18th, SteelFist Fight Night, back in the cage. So it's been a few years, Latu.
Long time. Long time.
Have you been planning on coming back?
Yes. That's why it took so long. I promised myself and people that support me that only time I'm coming back if I'm really serious about it.
So this is a short notice fight because your opponent's first opponent dropped out, right? And you stepped in. So had you already reached out to SteelFist and were asking them to find you a fight, or did they just kind of hit you up and the timing just luckily meshed?
Oh, so crazy story. I was supposed to fight in September anyways with another guy from Vegas, and that guy dropped out, and I guess Luke's opponent dropped out, and then out of nowhere, Pat was like, "Hey, got a fight for you." So he told me it was Luke. Like, all right, cool.
Just like line them up, right?
Yeah, I said, run it.
Let's run it.
Dude, this fight is so funny. So what do you know about Fiji or Big Luke?
I know that he has some hands. He has heavy hands. I know he's got 2 TKOs.
Yeah.
Yep.
First round. So I mean that's about it. Besides him being a cool guy. So
yeah, you guys have been having a nice little interaction.
Yeah, man, this is kind of weird. I'm usually used to like a lot of shit talking from a lot of heavyweights. When I first started, there was a lot of shit talking. I'm like, oh, I can't wait to see you in the cage, man. And it's just like, but Luke is really cool, man.
He's really probably one of the nicest guys. Although the last fights, I did see him get angry after Kendrick's fight, and I don't want to see him angry again. So.
Oh, what happened there?
Well, there was. I mean, we talked about it on the podcast, but there was a little, possibly a little disrespect after Kendrick's knockout. It wasn't, a little misunderstanding, but
it was disrespectful.
It was a little disrespectful, and he didn't like the way that Kendrick was disrespected after he got knocked out, and he voiced his opinion. So, yeah,
may or may not have been under the influence of some adult beverages.
Oh, okay.
It's all good.
So I was going to say, so are you training over at Fight City then?
Yeah, I'm training over there at Fight City.
Cool, man. How long you been training there?
About 2 years. So
he said it was alcohol. He's responsible for nothing.
Fiji, I don't know how they do it over in the island of Fiji, but just because there's alcohol doesn't mean you're not responsible. Throwing that out there.
Oh man.
But so Zeke, you have been in the cage for 5 years. So I always ask this question because every fighter has a different response. Do you believe in ring rust?
Ring rust, damn. No, I don't. If you train hard, I mean, if I was still smoking and drinking and partying like I used to, oh, for sure. But you know, that's why I stopped fighting, because my last fight I won by first round TKO, but I was like so out of shape. I was smoking all the time. I wasn't mentally there. So, but if I still had that same mindset, yeah, then the ring rust would come around. But I don't know, if you train your butt off and everything, I feel like there's no such thing.
Yeah, your last fight, he might, the guy that you knocked out might be the most disliked guy in SteelFist history.
That's why I see that poster of me and Luke like side by side, and then me just like uppercutting him on the fence. It's just like, why'd you have to pick him?
Bro,
Yeah.
I've been around the game for only 4 years, and I haven't met one person that said anything nice about him. So I think you did the MMA community a service there. That's for sure.
For sure.
Do you watch MMA? Do you actively follow the sport? Have you been coming to SteelFist and still watching the fights and know what's going on?
Lately I'm starting to get back into it, following everyone. I mean, my ears are still there, like it's still in the SteelFist fight game, but I haven't been coming to the shows or anything. I had like this crazy job where I was working like 80 to like almost 100 hours a week. So there was like, I'm like, yeah, there was no way that I could come in and enjoy some of the fights.
Yeah. Do you watch any of the UFC fights or anything though?
Oh yeah, I watch the UFC fights. I try to stay on top of that. Try to pick things like I see and then try to imitate it and stuff.
Who do you like to watch and be like, that's my style, like that's the guy that I can learn from and I fight like him?
Francis Ngannou.
That's
Okay.
not a bad one to model.
Not a bad one to model at all.
Yeah, he hits hard and he's really light on his feet, and that's why I've been for the past 2 years I've been doing more boxing so I can get my footwork down. My ground game, I mean, I've been doing it for a long time, so I'm very comfortable on the ground. I've been trying to copy Francis Ngannou more, so well, not copy, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who do you like in him fighting Serial Game?
Then Serial Game came out of nowhere, so I'm like, dang, dude.
You want to talk about a big boy that's light on his feet?
Yeah, that's when I was like, what the heck, dude? I'm gonna have to go with Francis Ngannou still, just because he's light, fast, and he has that one knockout power. It's just
So we are gonna line it up.
okay.
We're gonna get Jason to spar with Francis. And right as they touch gloves, I'm going to yell to Francis that Jason said that it was a guarantee that Gabe beats him. We're going to see if we can get Jason's light shut off.
Oh no!
we made a bet with one of the coaches down there at Extreme Couture, and I supposedly have to spar Francis Ngannou if I lose.
Oh shoot!
I don't think I'm going to lose though. So, see, even Fiji's throwing me under the bus. Been disrespectful.
No.
Fiji, I'm changing the logo on your shirt, bro. That's it. I'm changing the logo on your shirt.
Oh yeah.
So Zeke, you're still young in this sport. Is this something that are you going to continue to do after this fight? Are you looking to try to take this to the next level? Obviously not looking ahead.
Yeah, I definitely want to take it to the next level. I've been I just want to take it to the next level. I feel like I'm ready for the next level. So yeah. I'm trying to do this full time, basically. I quit my job, so I just DoorDash. I have enough time to train every day now, you know what I mean? So
we just were having this conversation, Zach and I, before when we recorded our last podcast about fighters' pay and the UFC possibly giving some kind of salary to fighters so that they don't have to do things like that.
Right.
I don't know, man. It's really hard to see guys scraping by to try to make themselves successful in the sport.
Yeah, freak. I feel bad for some of these dudes. I don't know, man. I know, like, making it to the UFC, like a lot of fighters, they just think at the moment they're like, oh hell yeah, I made it, but when the money isn't flowing in the right way, it's
So that's what I have a hard time with is these fighters. They talk about fighter pay and they're like, we want more money, right? Paulo Costa's pretty much holding out right now because he wants more money, and Dana's like, well, have fun sitting on the shelf. Because at the end of the day, dude, he signed a contract, and at one point when he was signing that contract, he was happy to be signing that contract. You don't get to do a fight or two and do a 5-fight deal and be like, you know what? I want more money now. Like, it doesn't work like that.
It doesn't work that way. Yeah, you're right.
You know what I mean? Until fighters start holding out a little bit more and start being like, hey, I think I'm worth more than this. If I win my next 2 or 3 fights, I think I'm worth more than this.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And so at some point, these managers or these fighters have to take a little bit of the responsibility of having the business sense to know their worth. in those negotiations and be willing to say, I know the UFC is the top promotion, but if you're not going to pay me what I'm worth, I got to go somewhere else that's willing to pay me what I'm worth then.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So it's tough though, because everybody wants fighters to get paid, but then as a business owner and business owners, we look at it too from that side, and we're like, I get it from both sides, and it's hard, but it's coming. I think it's all coming where everybody's going to be taken care of soon.
And I also think that the UFC is still fairly brand new compared to like boxing and everything else. So
100%.
So it's growing.
Yeah.
It's growing, so
You follow boxing as well?
I used to.
Who's your guy?
I mean, it's Floyd. I follow Floyd
Thank you.
Mayweather. Yeah, so
yeah, me too.
That's about it.
I know people hate him because of some of his antics, but you go back and watch some of his older fights, like the Ricky Hatton fight, Angel Manfredi, like all those old, like some of his first few fights. He was a killer, man.
He was a beast, man. His counters, his head. No, he was unbelievable.
Beautiful. So Zeke, obviously you have everybody in the local MMA scene, especially all the throwback guys. Everybody knows who you are. The people that don't know who you are, what can they expect from you September 18th?
Well, I'm glad I'm fighting a Paulie because now, I'm not saying I don't know if he's gonna do it or not, but one thing for sure with Polynesians is we usually just bang it out, just bang it out, and don't worry about going to the ground or anything. So we usually just bang until whoever drops, and I'm excited for that.
Watch. One of them Eminari rolls and heel hooks the other one.
If that ever happens, I'll be like, what the fuck?
If I was a betting man, I would bet that this fight stays standing and the fans are going to be in for quite the treat on this one.
Yeah, I'm excited for this one. Yeah, like I said, I'm not dumb. Like I know who my ears are still in the SteelFist fight game.
Yeah.
And I still watch people here and there. And I've seen Fiji's fights, and it's like, oh yeah, my man's got some hands. So that's perfect, man. That's perfect.
He says this. Can you read that?
This guy. Yeah, but I don't think anyone's seen my fights. So until I don't know, we'll everyone will like it. I know for sure.
I think
people are coming.
This is my pick for fight of the night. I don't know what everybody else thinks, but this is my pick for fight of the night is you and Fiji.
So the other high profile fights on this card, title fights and main event, I feel like I have a pretty good idea of who's going to win. Like I think, yeah, I'll say I think the other three or two title, I guess, I don't know, is a Power Ranger a title fight?
They're getting belt. Yeah.
They're getting a belt, whatever. Power Ranger fight, whatever it is. I think those three are I think they're actually going to be kind of one-sided depending on who can implement their game plan or whatever. This is the fight that I'm just like, nobody bleep, just sit down and just
enjoy the show.
Oh yeah. It's going to be fun. I like it.
So Zeke, how do people get a hold of you for tickets? And do you have some sponsors you want to give a shout out to before we let you get out of here?
Yeah, my sponsors is my sister and my girl.
Hey.
My sister Annie and my brother Inoke and my girl Celestina Machiele. And if you need tickets, just hit me up or can I tag her on this thing or something?
Once we go live, it'll pop up on Facebook and you'll be able to put it on there.
Okay. All right. Now that's about it. I don't really have any sponsors. So,
well, yeah. I guess we forgot one of the most important questions. How do you see the fight ending on September 18th?
Eminari roll.
Hey, I see me winning. Wow. New champion, and that's it, man. I don't know. Hey, with Polly's, I don't know.
Hey, if you win, will you defend it, or are you gonna go straight to pro?
I'm gonna give it one more. I'm gonna give it one more shot. To defend it for whoever amateur heavyweight that wants it. So And if no one wants it by the end of the year, or defend it, and then I'm just gonna go pro next year.
Cool.
Nice.
Cool. Because that's what they say. You know, you're not a real champion until you defend it. Right?
That's why I was like, hey, whoever wants it, come and get it. So
my man Ryan Faust taught me that. So yeah, that's good.
That's a smart man.
He is a smart man. He is a smart man.
Oh yeah.
But don't tell him, because then his head gets big.
Yeah. All right, Zeke. Wait, man, we appreciate you joining us today, September 18th. We cannot wait to see you back.
Hell yeah.
For those of you that still need tickets, reach out to Zeke or your favorite fighter. If you cannot make it, blitz.tv right there on the bottom of the screen. You can get the pay-per-view and watch from the comfort of your own home.
All right. Well, thank you guys.
We'll be there.
We'll be there.
Yeah,
we'll be there.
Come say hi at the Damage Plan booth.
All right, Zeke. Have a good day. Thanks again, sir. Appreciate it.
All right, guys. You guys have a good one. Keep killing it.
Appreciate you.
Thank you, sir.
Bye.